Hello and welcome to Youngstown State University. Using the uAchieve website, you can run audits to keep track of the progress you've made with your studies at YSU. We went over the details of how to request an audit in another video. This time we're going to go into a little more detail by breaking down the audit itself. Log in to the MyYSU homepage using your student username and password. Once you've been redirected to the MyYSU homepage, search for the header labeled eServices for Students on the left side of the screen, then click on the uAchieve option listed under the Student Records bullet point. Once the link redirects you to uAchieve's main menu, hover your mouse towards the Audits tab, then click on it to pull up a drop-down menu. Quick review that this drop-down menu gives you the option to either run new audits or manage ones that you already ran. For this video, we're going to click on the Manage option. Once you've been redirected to the Results tab, you can view the audit in the form of interactive graphs or text, the latter being the focal point of this video. But before we go over that, we'll start with the basics and cover the pie chart. Let's start with the total hours pie chart. If you hover over the chart, it shows you the total hours of all your completed coursework. Green indicates the completed hours, while the red indicates the hours you haven't completed yet. A quick note that this does not show you the hours specifically for your major. That's where the line chart comes in. This shows you the major and general education categories. Here you can drill down by clicking on the line graph to get further information, which we'll show you in a moment. Finally, the GPA graph will show you your GPA related to each section you're in. Back to the line chart, click on the major category. This drills down further into the major to show you the sub-requirements within that degree. Notice how the pie chart has changed to display only the hours taken within the major, and that the GPA graph has also changed to show information only on the GPA for your major. You can keep drilling down further until there are no more requirements in your degree. To get back to the previous page, use the breadcrumb trail above the pie chart and click back on the audit to return you to the original menu. One of the first things you'll notice is how the text version of the audit report begins with a brief outline of your student data. The audit report breaks down the courses you need to graduate into 3 categories. They are general education requirements, major requirements, and minor requirements. And these main requirements are also broken down into their own sub-requirements, for lack of a better term. Something else you might notice on this version of the audit report: progress for your categorical and sub-requirements are determined by 2 different sets of labels. When you've completed all the sub-requirements under a categorical requirement, it will be listed as OK on the audit in bright green letters. If you haven't, it will be listed with the word No in red letters instead. If you are taking courses for the sub-requirements that you haven't completed at the time you requested the audit, they will be listed with the letters IP, or In Progress, in blue letters. The sub-requirements follow a simpler labeling system: a plus sign if a sub-requirement is completed, and a minus when it isn't. One thing you should know is that the plus sign also takes into account courses that are in progress. Let's review. The requirements on your audit are broken down into 3 main categories: general education, major, and minor. These main requirements are also broken down into their own sub-requirements. At first glance, you might think it's a bit complicated, but it's actually fairly intuitive. To fill out both categories, you have to select the right amount of semester hours from a list of pre-approved courses. When you haven't completed a sub-requirement, on that section of the audit, you will find a list of how many course hours you've completed, how many are in progress, and how many you still need to complete the section. If these unfinished sub-requirements are listed under a major or minor category, the interactive audit will provide a list of courses you can take to complete them. If you have any more questions, contact your academic advisor. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy your time here at YSU.